Take a look at the tail of the tape for this catchweight feature matchup. Johnny Pierro, the tender age of 20, got the height advantage as well. Ryan Castro sitting there at 6-4, many kickboxing bouts as well. He's a veteran of the cage. Both fighters weighing in at identical weights of 174.4 pounds. This one should be a great one, folks. Johnny Pierro and Ryan Castro. Let's throw it up to David Diamante. He's got the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the space here in Westbury, New York, we are set to go with our next Triton fight of the evening, and it's all being brought to you by Tiger Life Energy. Energy never tasted so good. Visit TigerLife.com for more info. And Strikeforce Sports, the Northeast's largest indoor airsoft facility, beyond average. Can Sports Bar, the official after party of Triton Fights, and Diamante's Brooklyn Cigar Lounge. Your referee for this contest is John Paul Zuniga. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds scheduled at a 175-pound catch weight. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, standing 5'9" tall. He weighed in at 174.6 pounds. His record thus far, perfect. 2 fights, 2 victories. Representing the UFC gym, fighting out of Staten Island, New York, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Pierro. Pierro. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, standing 5'7" tall. He weighed in officially at 174.4 pounds. His record, 8 victories against 4 defeats. He represents No Limit Kickboxing, fighting out of Patchogue, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ryan Laborious Castro. Castro.
Ryan Castro took this fight on short notice, but he is no stranger to the cage. We'll see if this risk pays off against the undefeated Johnny Pierro. Johnny Pierro in the blue trunks, Ryan Castro in the black and white, your third man in the cage. Referee, John Paul Zuniga.
Johnny with a big takedown.
2 veterans in the cage, Eric. Ryan Castro fighting the 12th fight of his career. Johnny Pierro is only 2-0, but he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, Castro does have an extended amount of experience. He is fighting a weight class above where he normally fights. So you can definitely see that Pierro is the bigger fighter here, and he's able to use his power real early on. But using all that strength early on is going to work against him down the road, because I know Castro does not get tired. He'll come out in round 3 just as hard as he came out to start this fight.
Ryan Castro has gone the distance 5 times in his career, 3-2 in those bouts. Castro has won 2 straight fights after suffering a huge loss at Triton Fights back in September when he got knocked out by Paul Timothy.
Yeah, Ryan, when we talked to Ryan before, he knew that this was Johnny's game plan. He said, I'm ready for the takedown, and if I defend it, that's when the fight's going to start. So his first step is going to be stopping the takedown. He wasn't able to do that here in the first round early, but we'll see if he can get up and start throwing those strikes, because we haven't seen that yet from Johnny.
Now Castro has a new omoplata setup here. He can use it to sweep, which he does, and now he's going to utilize that to take the back.
Beautiful move there by Ryan Castro as he rains the blows down on Johnny Pierro. A beautiful sweep there from Castro. What is Pierro working on here?
Pierro's working on an ankle lock, maybe trying to set up his sweep, but Castro is able to stuff it and maintain that top position now.
You're seeing the experience of both fighters on display here in round number 1 of Triton Fights, brought to you by Tiger Life.
Ryan very heavy on top, Eric.
He's a big boy.
Big boy. Put on some weight for this fight. He says he's about 187.
Yeah, he definitely gained some weight after the weigh-in yesterday, that's for sure.
Ryan Castro took this fight on about a week notice, as this fight was originally slated for Ryan Jarina. Funny story with that is Ryan Jarina was sparring with Castro, not him particularly,
right.
but Jarina suffered a concussion, As we see some big blows there. Speaking of concussions, Ryan Jarina suffered a concussion, couldn't take the fight. Ryan Castro stepped in. Kid's a warrior.
Castro's landing these big bombs. Johnny can't sit there. And if he does, he's going to get knocked out. The ref's going to stop it.
He's got to cover up. Referee John Paul Zuniga getting a very close look here. 15 seconds remaining here in round number 1. Back and forth here in the welterweight division. Oh. Big blows being rained down by Ryan Castro. 5 seconds here, round number 1. Will Pierro survive? Wow, round number 1 comes to a close.
Johnny Pierro is dazed and confused here.
Great round by Ryan Castro.
The experience is showing, Dan. Castro, he didn't get phased. He got taken down. He said, it's okay, I'm going to tire you out. Then he switched the position, and that's when the fight really started here. And that's what great fighters do, right, Eric? They weather the storm.
Eric, we'll ask you, our resident Howard Letterman unofficial scorer here. How did you have round number 1?
I mean, it was a close round until the second half when Ryan Castro was able to utilize that omoplata sweep and get top position. And I'm going to score this round 10-9 for Ryan Castro just because of his effective ground and pound. He landed some real hard shots at the end.
Ryan Castro looking at us and saying, let's go here. I love this guy.
Round 2 begins here from the space at Westbury. Dan Canobio joined by Jason Griggs and Eric Ott. We got ourselves a nice scrap here in the 175-pound weight class. Ryan Castro in the black going on the offense. Johnny Pierro in the blue.
Wow.
Look at the movement, Eric.
Yeah, Castro came out looking to land some close inside shots and then was able to utilize a takedown off of, it looked like 2 scrambles there, and now has a top position. Looks like he's in Pierro's half guard.
Pierro has 2 finishes in his career, both of his wins that came in the first round. So right now, he's in uncharted territories here in round number 2. As for Castro, he's a veteran. He's gone the distance 5 times in his career. It's going to be interesting to see, Eric, if that experience pays off here.
Castro knows what he's doing now. He has that top position. He knows he's winning the round in the judges' eyes. And he knows he has Pierro a little rocked from those big headshots in the first round.
You know, we're seeing a different Ryan Castro in this fight, Jay. A
are,
guy
Dan.
that's measured. He's got his composure. He's playing to his strengths here. He's the bigger man, like you talked about, and he's just bullying Johnny Pierro right now.
Dan, he looks phenomenal right now. He really does. And he said, he goes, I just need to weather the storm with the wrestling. And now he's in full mount, and here come the bombs.
If you're Johnny Pierro here, Eric, what do you got to do?
He cannot take these.
He's got to get out from this position. He's not really intelligently defending himself. He's just sort of like trying to do the crab defense. And he's taking shot after shot after
That's
shot.
it. It is all over. Ryan Castro picks up the 9th win of his career with a series of big blows. Ryan Castro is your winner. He took the fight on a week's notice, and he told us, Jay, that's almost an advantage for him. He likes to overthink a little bit, and tonight he let his fist do the talking. Ryan Castro with an impressive victory here. Take a look at the replay brought to you by Tiger Life.
Dan, the ground and pound, he weathered the storm of Johnny's wrestling, and that was it. Ryan Castro looked great tonight. Imagine him on a full fight camp. This kid is back.
Ryan Castro emerges victorious tonight. He's going to throw his name back into the Triton Fights stable here as he fights his way back to another title shot, Eric. Great performance by Ryan Castro. Sum this one up.
It's going to be real exciting to see him come back in December and fight for whoever, maybe the 170-pound title. He looks like he's pretty excited right now. And as you guys mentioned earlier, sometimes it's good to take a short notice fight because you don't have the time to really think about your opponent and psych yourself out as much.
Let's throw it up to the Triton Fights cage announcer, David Diamante. He has the official particulars on this KO win.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Paul Zuniga calls a halt to this contest The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 34 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by technical knockout, Ryan Laborious Castro.
We're here with the winner, Ryan Castro. You took this fight on less than a week's notice, but you looked phenomenal. How did that work?
To God be the glory, man. That's all I can say. Supernatural strength. If you want to know the God's honest truth, 2-3 weeks ago, I thought I was going to throw the towel in. Sparring with Giorina tuned me up pretty good. Came back this week, was feeling good, and accidents happen. I'm here. I'm always here.
Pretty impressive. Before the fight, you talked about how you needed to weather the storm of his wrestling. You did that, and you ended up with the knockout.
Yeah, it's where the experience would show, man. I knew that that was going to be his strong suit, was the wrestling, but I'm confident in my abilities everywhere. I've been doing this a long time, you know?
Ryan, that's 3 in a row for you. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you again, buddy. Ryan Castro, everybody.
Thank you, Jason.
Ryan Castro moves on to 9-4 in his career. He picks up the 3rd win of his career, and I'm telling you what, he's going to be looking for a title shot